Peace and blessings, family. Welcome back to Divine Messenger, which is a series in which I started and I go and watch TVs and movies that have the teachings of the Most High Elijah Muhammad in them, and I bring them out for us to debunk or go through. I started this series, I think like 2 years ago, you guys, but I just kept going back and forth with it because I wasn't putting time and effort into it because it just takes so much for the editing and everything. It's just a lot that comes with this. But 2021, I said we bringing it back because I genuinely like doing movies and I didn't genuinely like doing the research for these videos. So welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Today I'm not necessarily reviewing a movie, but we are debunking a film that came out earlier this week, which is called One Night in Miami, which features Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Sam Cooke, and Jim Brown, I think it was. He was a football player. I know who he was. I had to do research. But I wanted to debunk this because this movie had a lot of inaccuracies and it portrayed the Nation of Islam in a very, I believe, like negative way or like humorous, satirical kind of way. I don't know. Could just be me. What do y'all think? Well, if you've seen the movie, what were your thoughts? You know, people when they watch this, they just take it as truth. Like, oh, okay, that's what it was like. But no, that's not what it was like. So that's why I'm doing this. I watched the film earlier this week, but today I am watching it again. You know, watching clips over, and I'm pretty much just gonna break down some of the scenes and let you guys know if this is true or false. So here we go. So, little change. My original intent for this movie was to go through and debunk some of the lies, but I decided to just go in and play some of the funny clips or the stuff that, you know, they think is a Nation of Islam, and it's not really what we do. It's not really how we act. And I just thought that would be more influential than doing a full review. So that's what we're going to do today. That's what we're going to do. And yeah, I just want to say that real quick. Let's go. First thing I wanted to mention was that this movie is basically inspired by true events, meaning that it's fake and it's all lies. I don't know if all of these men knew each other at the time. I don't know much about any of them but Malcolm and Muhammad Ali a little bit more. Correction, there's some truths in this film. For example, they all did know each other and they all did spend one night in Miami. But that's about it, I think. I don't know a lot about Sam Cooke other than he's a singer and he has some of the greatest hits of all time. And I don't know nothing about Jim Brown. But again, I didn't see the point of this movie. If you guys can figure out what the point was, I still don't get it. This is my second time going through it. I don't get the point. Other than probably to make somebody look bad. I think that was the only objective here. And we're going to get there later. I just want to put my little 2 cents in to point out some stuff. Well, I wanted to point out some stuff that members of the Nation of Islam will understand because, like, this stuff is fake and, like, it's just stuff that we don't do. Anyways, here we go. Alright, first thing I noticed, first thing we're going to talk about is when Brother Malcolm and Brother Muhammad Ali came together in the hotel to pray. Now, Muhammad Ali just walked up in there. He didn't do no ablution, which is the cleansing of the body before prayer. They just went right in it. That was a little weird. We don't do that. We do ablution before we pray. Another thing I noticed was Brother Khaled in the hallway praying while they're on post. You're not supposed to do this. Who told him? Who told him to do this? Now look at this.
Just because I'm militant doesn't mean I don't know how to have a good time.
Who casted this actor, bro? Oh, believers trying to have fun.
Ice cream. I suppose you have any beer in there? Stupid question. Chips then. Maybe chips? I'm sure I can send one of the brothers out.
Yo, we know how to have fun.
Thing any racist poop butt can do about it. That's right. Well, it was such a good idea. Why don't you become a Muslim too?
Shit. Have you tasted my grandmother's pork chops? And I like white women too. Fuck that.
Y'all ever think about that? Like, why is people's reason for not wanting to be righteous or just change their lives or do anything nation affiliated is because of the food? Like, that makes no sense to me. Food is so little to what it is that we go over, what it is that we learn, what it is that we just are about. It's so much more than food. You know, pork chops, not being able to eat something is so small compared to everything else, but another conversation for another time. I just want to throw that in there because, like, Now watch this scene. Another dumb thing. This brother's supposed to be on post. We don't do this. Why would you? Y'all see this? He was minding the business that wasn't minding him. You don't do that on post. You know, I really want to know where Regina King got her references for this film from. Like, who told her that this is what we do? This is how we speak. And, like, what the whole military deployment thing really means. Like, I just want to know. Here go another stupid thing. Like, my man's in there getting autographs, answering questions and stuff. Like, what? No, sir. We don't do this. Y'all ever see somebody do this in the Nation of Islam? He in the Nation of Islam. No.
Being a purse thief from Toledo, I used to love me a nice champagne every now and then. Certainly miss my grandma's pork chops.
See, why is it always food?
You know,
Y'all know what? I should do a research on that. Like, why is food the number one thing that people come up with for their reasons or things that they either is keeping them away from joining? It's just something that I'm seeing a lot. Not even just in movies, but like when you ask people why they haven't joined, if they've been like affiliated, it's because they can't give up a certain food. But like, it's food. And 9 times out of 10, it's food that's killing you. Like, that's crazy. Why do we have such a strong connection to food? And why is that something that keeps coming up? Why is that our reason? Like, I don't get it. But anyways. Okay, first of all, if Malcolm is their dignitary, why was he in the hallway? Just little stuff that I'm pointing out because, you know, this is not real. And that God is great. Like, what the do they really think that's what we say? Do we say God is great all the time? I'm confused. Where they getting this from? I really want to point out that happened in this movie was they made it seem like Malcolm X was pushing these other men to use their platforms to, you know, reform, to just be all pro-black, to just be whatever it is. And that's not, I don't know if Malcolm X actually did this, but that's not something we do now. If you know who the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is, he is the leader of the Nation of Islam at the moment. And the minister does not force, whenever he's met with entertainers, you know, superstars, celebrities and stuff, he doesn't force anything down their throats. He simply shares with them wisdom, knowledge, and they do with that information what they will. Sometimes it takes years for some people to start talking. Sometimes it takes months. Everybody's different. But the minister never forces anybody to use their platforms the way that, you know, you would probably want them to because they have a platform. The minister understands our condition. He understands where we are mentally and that it's not going to take overnight for us to just change what we're doing. And that's not something we do. I don't know the point. I don't know why they did this with the movie, but they did. And I've just felt the need to say that because that's not how we roll. Like, no, there's no compulsion to Islam. We are not forced to do anything we don't want to do. So, yeah, that's all. I just want to share that. Malcolm X being Muhammad Ali's influence for joining the Nation of Islam. I don't know that this is 100% sure or like factual. Based off of the research and based off of everyone telling me, you know, sharing their wisdom, their knowledge. Thank you to anyone who shared anything for me for this video. I appreciate you so much. But right now I'm getting 2 responses. One was yes, Muhammad Ali or Malcolm X was an influence on him. But I think that if he was an influence on him, if this was true, that it was after he like was in the mosque, like was studying. The other thing that I was hearing of people saying was that Brother Abdul Rahim something. I'm so sorry, I can't say his name right now. But he's the one that introduced Muhammad Ali, or he brought him into the Nation of Islam. And I think that Malcolm X was the one who, you know, inspired him to, you know, be a minister and all that type of stuff. But I think Minister Abdul is the one who brought him in. Could be wrong. I might have to go back and do this again. But that's just based off of what the information I've been provided with so far. And Yeah, I just want to clear that up because that is true. But Muhammad Ali was firm in what Muhammad Elijah Muhammad was teaching. There's plenty of photos. There's plenty of videos. Plenty of speeches. Muhammad Ali was with Elijah, and there's no, you can't debunk that. Like that, it's an actual fact.
Would you say that this at this moment is this the happiest moment of your life?
No. Happiest moment of my life when I met Elijah Muhammad, the freedom speaker of black people. But I want to say this. Hello to all my friends in Louisville.
He was with him until he just, I always think he always have been with him, even when he left to go do boxing full time. But yeah, I don't think that's not true. He didn't leave, or he didn't praise in Malcolm more than he was the Muhammad Elijah Muhammad. But anyways, I think that answers the questions. I think that answers the questions. Unless something else comes up, then I'm going to do another part. But that pretty much answers the questions that a lot of people that I really wanted to correct with this, unless something else comes up. I know some of you might be like, what's about Malcolm? There's so many unanswered questions about him. Well, if you would like to learn more, the actual facts at least, you can go to ny.org or finalcall.com and search up this title of this article. And there's also a book that you guys can purchase. Isn't it amazing? It's a great book where you can learn everything that there is to know that are actual facts about our brother Malcolm X. Now that is all I have for you. Thank you guys so much for watching Divine Messenger. Catch you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.